Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I have my predictions for episode 4 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Things are getting good already, guys, because the show is almost at an end. With only 2 episodes left to go after this one, we're almost getting ready to say goodbye to this show, like WandaVision a few weeks ago. Anyways, my predictions for this episode are as follows, and I will admit, are very few, as I don't have that much to go on, really, in terms of information. I think this episode we might get introduced to the Power Broker, although that might happen next episode. I'm not sure. I have no doubt we'll get some more backstory on the Flag Smashers and might see more stuff with those guys happen, because they are a really cool faction that I do want to see more of, I'll admit. But as of this moment, we haven't seen all that much of them, except that they have Super Soldier Serum now. But leading on from the very end of the last episode, we have Io from, I think it's Io from Wakanda, who showed up to meet Bucky in Latvia. And I can only assume that she is looking for Zemo, specifically his head. Because if you remember, but all the way back in Captain America Civil War, there was a lot of callbacks to that in this show. Oh my god. But as I'm sure you'll recall, in that film, Baron Zemo is kind of responsible for the death of King T'Chaka. And Wakanda is still probably very, very angry about that. So they're probably, baying for his blood and looking for his head on a stick. So I think in this episode, she will be trying to very much kill Baron Zemo. No doubt about that, because, again, you kill a country's king, they're going to be pretty mad at you. So I think we can expect to see some of that in this episode. I also think we'll get a bit more with Baron. Well, obviously we'll get a load more with Baron Zemo, Sam and Bucky doing stuff in Latvia. I'm not entirely sure why they are there. I'm sure that will all become apparent within this episode. And hopefully, well, of course, episode 5, it's been rumoured that we're going to see a very, very special character. Again, I'm A, not sure who it is, B, not holding out hopes considering the end of WandaVision. Because we all know how well that went, with Paul Bettany saying that he's worked with an actor that he's always wanted to work with. And it ended up being himself. So I think this episode, we're going to see a lot more. We might see a little bit more of Latvia. We might move on to another location. I have a strange feeling we will, because Latvia isn't that, important to the MCU. But again, we might see the Power Broker there. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. Because, again, information and this show have not really gone hand in hand very well. There hasn't been all that much released about this show. So any information we do get, we need to hold on to for dear life, because we haven't got all that much, really. And as I said, another 2 weeks, and this show's done for good. And I'll admit, this one will be a lot easier to say goodbye to than WandaVision, because there isn't as much emotional stakes in this show as there was in that one. And this one hasn't gone on for as long as WandaVision did. In fact, it's run for a third less of the time that WandaVision did. Well, a quarter, because WandaVision ran for 8 weeks because they did 2 episodes in one go. So WandaVision had 8 weeks. Falcon and Winter Soldier's only had 6. So I also think we're going to see, actually, a fair bit more from John Walker, who I think very soon is going to renounce the Captain America title and become US agent as we know him from the comics. Which means his suit's going to change, as of course he has the very much Captain America-y colours at the moment, sans the white. But in the comics, his suit is black, white and red. So the same striped pattern on the chest that he has now, just with white in place of the blue stripes, and, well, actually there's white there already, so never mind. But the rest of the suit is black, which is a pretty cool design, I'll admit. There's also a star in the top right, which he does have with his shoulder clasp type thing. So he does have that. So I think in this episode, he might renounce the Captain America title and become US agent that we know, which will be kind of cool to see. I'm just hoping this episode's a good one, because coming towards the end of the show now, things have to get good for audience to stay interested. And of course, we've had the trailer for Loki, which I haven't watched yet, I'll be completely honest. I have completely forgotten about it until now. So I will go watch that at some point over the next couple of days, and I will let you guys know what I think of it, and if it'll be important to, well, of course it's going to be important to Loki. It's about the show. But I'll let you know if I think it's going to impact anything else beyond Loki. And currently, we're running out of Marvel shows that have been announced, that have been in production. We've got like 3 left, which are Loki, obviously, Hawkeye, and Miss Marvel is currently being finished up, I believe, so that should be out at some point, hopefully this year. We can hope. So yeah, my main predictions for this episode are Io is going to be hunting for Zemo like a wolf. I think the Power Broker might show up. Again, I'm not going to emphasize on that too much because I could be wrong. They might leave that to like the last or second to last episode, so that's a possibility. And in this episode, I think that John Walker could renounce the Captain America title and become US Agent, the character he was always meant to be. And the villain he was always meant to be, because US Agent is a bad guy. Like a really, really, really bad guy. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video, guys. So as always, people, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my Animal YouTube channels. Her link is in the link tree in the description. My sub button is down there. Yep, that big red one. Unless you've already subscribed, then it's grey. Thanks for that, by the way. Don't forget to comment as well, because why not? And let me know what your predictions are for this coming episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Roxanne on her blog, which are also in the link tree in the description. And lastly, of course, can't forget this part. Don't forget to share this video with all of your friends so they can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Goodbye.